Hello everybody, Rodigan here. Welcome to another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. So here we have the Heroes versus Goku and Frieza fight. I actually recorded this. I was watching Ningen do his own stuff while I was doing this stuff on the side, and man, this actually took a lot less few attempts than usual. Um, So I beaten it the first time. I was not available to record it. And when I was sitting down to record it, it took ages to replicate what I was trying to do. So there was no way, shape, or form as to me like trying to replicate how we can be able to get this done. So man, it just took a while. It took a whole while to do that. So it took a few days, and then after the new year and everything like that, I kept attempting it over and over and over again. And it was until a few days ago that I actually was able to beat it again. I was like, "Oh my god! Well, this is actually really doable. Okay, I think we can do this." So then I sit down and I start recording these things. It's been like 2 hours of me just sitting down and recording all of these things, man. 2 hours just full of me just sitting, just being able to do this, man. It just it takes so long because you gotta basically make sure that everything goes absolutely perfect. So we start off here. We had some of the villains on slot one. I decided to keep them on slot one because, of course, we had a double blue universe tree power Goku rotation where we're not able to like set up properly. And some of the other people that I'm seeing attempting this, they'd rather have just Goku at the starting rotation so that he can be able to do his stacks. And it's important, right? It's important that everybody in this team gets their treatment, right? So there's King Fu or like Young Fu being able to just get all the stacks that he needs early on so that he can be able to do some really good damage on the later portions of the fight. Then there's also Demigra, who he is a bit iffy on the team. He's just a bit uncomfortable to have on the setup. But here's the thing: like he can be able to help you on certain rotations because he has 80% damage reduction if these conditions apply. He has 40% damage reduction already. He gets an additional 20% damage reduction if you have a demonic power or crossover category ally on the team, and he gets an additional 20% damage reduction if you have all of the units in the rotation to be extreme class. So that's one of the many reasons we brought him here. The team is more consistent of like having 4 extreme class in the setup, so it can help in certain occasions, but it sometimes won't. There have been instances where I've gotten rotations where maybe it can save us, maybe it cannot. It all depends. So Goku, of course, he's just the juggernaut of this. He's just going to be the main unit to not only be able to tank some of the attacks, but be able to deal enough damage. There are certain instances where I was not able to get the orbs and things like that. So, like for example, this rotation that I'm talking about, where Demigra was locked on slot one, it's doable to keep him locked on slot one this time around because he is getting the additional requirements for him to have the 80% damage reduction that he needs in order for him to sustain all those attacks that he's getting hit by. So that was a very good run there. Um, Eos or Eos, however you guys want to pronounce her name, it's a bit of a handicap. Um, on the initial phases, you would want her to be on every single point of attack. Oh, that's just me just checking my messages because I was at a Discord call and some of my friends left, and I was like, okay, I think I do this twice where I check my notifications. So I'm sorry about that. So here I am now, like EOS again, a handicap where there are some instances where you can put her on slot one or slot two so she can be able to see all those attacks that are coming in and she can be able to dodge them. But unfortunately, we're over here already. We're on the Freezing 17 portion of the fight, and this fight doesn't allow you to dodge. And I made a mistake in the previous rotation where I floated off Fu instead of Eos, where I was supposed to float off Eos because she's not dodging at all on the next turn, depending on if these guys do survive, because we do have a double Goku rotation. Um, so it just everybody plays their part, and if nobody gets the treatment, if somebody, anybody doesn't get the treatment that they need on this fight, they're dead. So man, Trunks I hated during this run. There were instances where Trunks just delivers like two normals and goes on his merry way, just like this one, just like that rotation, where he was only able to get us like one super attack and two normals. Where he just constantly there are some instances where he just double, triple supers and he's completely fine. But if he doesn't get his stacks, if he doesn't build up, he's just again dead in the water. So we were very low on HP on this case scenario, but due to having good old Meki Kabura on the rotation, we were able to like heal up a little bit. Same as Demigra, he was able to pick up some of the orbs there, and again we had the extreme class rotation. I will let you know if we did get supered here, we would die. There's no way we survive this. Especially since again, if you the more you go along into these fights, like 17 and Golden Frieza, those dudes, they continue getting attack. They get attack and defense per turn passed, and they're just gonna continue slaughtering you. But surprisingly enough, with Goku and Trunks on the rotation, we were able to do some significant damage. I think I checked my notifications again around this area. There's also a reset that I do because I played. No, I did one of the active skills, and I was not able to like I did this guy's active skill, but then on the next rotation we have another Goku, and I didn't do the active skill. So I was like, okay, let me reset, and we had to do that. So that dodge really helped out because if we would have taken damage, I don't think Goku was able to do any damage here. Keep in mind that Goku and Frieza do lower attack on their super attack, so it's very crucial for Goku to just be capable enough to just do his super attacks. Especially during this scenario where you really want to start pile driving the damage, because there's not a lot of units that can be able to damage Goku and Frieza. This Trunks, very disappointed. Very disappointed. I was like, please super attack again, and he actually did another super attack here. But the thing is, though, if they don't crit or if they don't do over the damage threshold that they need to do, we're not doing anything. We're just sitting with our balls in our hands, and that's it. So um, these next rotations are very crucial because now we're just like, okay, well, what happens next? You guys know that our HP is decent. We have a Goku friend who I don't know for some unknown reason I keep getting that was built fully offensive, and I was not able to do anything whatsoever with that guy. So I think I collect the orbs here by mistake. And I saw that we had the active skill, so I'm like, okay, well, I need to reset. So I pause here, then we return. Unfortunately, I didn't return during the time that we were getting like the main rotation set up by doing the active skill and pressing the rotations here and there, but we were able to do it. Dig the active skill. Unfortunately, this Goku has no dodge, so we were not able to dodge that super attack there, but we were able to tank it, which was pretty good. And these guys are over 20 million attack stats there, so meaning that they can be able to do some really good damage. And I was like, okay, we only got one super attack. Maybe Mikey Kawara can come through with another super attack here. No, both of them just gave me one super attack. So I'm over here just nervous. This guy has 50% more attack power. I'm like, okay, well, EOS, time to pray, because there have been often times where EOS has let me down. So I'm like, okay, well, we kneel and pray. And luckily enough, I will show. Well, I can't show the clip because this is just the recording portion of it. But we actually finally did it, where EOS she was able to dodge a lot of attacks. But in this case scenario, she was able to dodge the same attacks on slot one, which is really good. Again, if you are able to get her dodges in before you get here, you're well off. I feel like you're going to be pretty settled in, right? And guess who finishes off the fight? Hint, it's not Goku. Because unfortunately, Goku is not able to do enough damage here to be able to damage Goku and Frieza. The only problem is that my Goku, who has full dodge but has some crits on his you know on his hidden potential, was not able to do enough damage. So with, of course, the third super attack is a guaranteed crit because the unit does a medium chance of critting on his super attack. He was able to do the crit on the third super attack, and then, of course, God Trunks finishing off the fight because he was able to crit there. So there you go, Goku and Frieza taken down with the Heroes team. This is my third time that I'm actually beating this event with this team setup. It's very tricky. It's just the RNG has to be with you at all times. You got to be very critical with your rotation setups, and everything has to go absolutely perfect. So, yeah, do let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of this run. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys all in the next one.